Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Double at the Club by Randall. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Additionally, we have what are called sandwich sums. These are, in this puzzle, these are only in the rows. They could technically be in the columns as well, but this puzzle only puts them in 3 of the rows. So for rows that have clues outside the grid, that clue tells you the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 6 in the row. So the first thing you need to do is locate the 1 and the 6. And then you need to make the whatever's inside the 1 and the 6 add to the clue, in this case 9. So we might be able to do something like this, ignoring all the other clues. So that would be one way to fulfill this 9 clue, because these add to 9 and they're between the 1 and the 6. The 0 clue just means the 1 and 6 are next to each other. There's nothing in between them, so the sum is 0. Additionally, we do have these black crop key dots. So digits separated by a black dot have a 1 to 2 ratio. A nice way to put that is 1 is exactly double the other. So if this was a 2, this could be 1 because 2 is exactly double 1. Or it could be 4 because 4 is exactly double 2. We don't care about the order. What we care about is that one of them is exactly double the other one. All right, that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you want to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. I think the place to start is here. First of all, if you think about it, a 5 can never go on a black dot. If we put a 5 on a black dot, we're not doing 2.5. We can't put 2.5. And we're also not putting 10, right? So 5s can't go on black dots. So in this box, where does the 5 go? All of these cover black dots. So the 5 goes here. But I think we can take this further, because when you have a chain of black dots like this, where all of the cells see each other, so either they're all in the same box, or they're all in the same column, or all in the same row, then what you, in this case, they're all in the same box. What you can do is you can think about how to do a doubling chain, right? So if this was a 1, we could double that to 2, and then the 2 could double to 4, right? And we could go either way. So this could be 1 doubling to 2, which doubles to 4. But what we can't do is 3, 6, right? Because if we start with well, we can't even start with 2. If we start with 2, then we can half that to 1, but then we'd have to double back to 2. That would repeat the 2. Or we could double to 4, and then there's no 8 in a 6x6, so we couldn't do that either. And then from 3, we could go to 6, but then we can't go back down to 3 because it would repeat the 3, and we can't put 12 because 12 is definitely too big. So, and then from there, 4 is, you can keep doing it, right? It's never going to work other than 4, 2, 1. Right, so you're always going to end up with 2 in the middle and 1 4 around it. And you can fiddle with that more if you didn't quite understand my explanation. But that's also going to be true of this one, which I saw. So we might as well just fill those. Now the remaining 2 digits are 3, 6, and those do have a 1 to 2 ratio. Here the 2 is used up, so we can't do 1 2 or 2 4. So we're going to be doing 3 6. This is the other 1 4. And now we should probably look at this 0 clue, because we need to put 1 and 6 next to each other. So this can't be 1 because it can't be next to a 6. So we can resolve those. This is 1. Got to put the 6 next to it. Those are resolved. Let's fill 2, 4, 5 here just for fun. Let's also, the 3. Let's fill this whole thing. We need 3, 5, 6, and this can't be 3. So there's a 3 pointing up. So the 3 pointing up does mean this black dot can't be 3, 6. And so where do the 3 and the 6 go in this column? They go down here, because this can't be 3, 6 either. So this is a 3, 6 pair. That places the 5. That's not a 5. And then we can probably figure out what this actually is. Yeah, there's no 1 and there's no 3, 6. And there's only one place for 5 in the column now. Like we said, 5 can't go on the black dot. And so however you want to see that, there's a few ways you could see that this can only be 2, 4. Now, actually, this can't be a 2, because the sandwich clue says 2 is between the 1 and the 6. It's nice that this was put right next to the clue. If the clue were on this side, it would have been harder to spot, I think. But this can't be a 2 because it can't be between the 4 and the 6. So that's 4 and 2. I am cognizant that we have a 9 here. I'm noticing that if this is a 6, we could do 3, 1, right? Because 2, 3, 4 adds to 9. If this was not a 6, I think if this is not a 6, then we're in trouble. Because we'd have to put the 1 and the 6 here and then a 9 in between them, and there's no 9 in the puzzle. So yeah, this has to be the 6, this has to be the 3. And then this adds to 6, so we do 3, 1 in order to add to 9. The final digit's a 5. And then this is 2, 4, 6, which isn't resolved, but there's one digit each eliminated. I think at this point we just Sudoku. Well, we do have this 2 clue, so maybe that'll come in handy, but let's find out. This pair is 3, 5. This pair is 1, 6. So this is the start of a sandwich. Whether it's 1 or 6, it's going to start a sandwich, which means we're going to put the 2 here and we're going to put the other 1, 6 here. It can't be 6, or sorry, it can't be 1, so it's 6. That resolves all of that. This is 3 or 5, but it can't be 5 because of that 5 there. And then up here we have 1, 4, 5, 4, 5, and 1. Oh, nice and smooth. Well, thanks, Randall. I quite enjoyed that. It flowed really well. It flowed well if you know, if you have experience with these variants. If this is your first time, I don't blame you if you struggled a little bit, because I think there's things that you need to have spotted or thought to have spotted, or what's the best way to put this? There are certain things that with experience you know to look for first when dealing with constraints like these. And so like one of the things you want to look for is a bunch of black dots in a row, column, or box, because that limits the 5. You also want to look for these chains of 3 black dots, because those are extremely limited. And for sandwiches, you want to look for where the 1s and 6s can go, and you want to look at where the innards can go, especially if it's a single digit innard or a large innard. So it made use of that quite a bit. So thanks, Randall, for kind of demonstrating the sort of low-hanging fruit that you can pick off at the start when you have constraints like this. So very cool. Thank you again. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.